Karntrol, as I've been told, is a deck read in prison fashion, using Karn, the great creator. I believe the list comes to us from Mr. Jangles, putting up some results, getting that 5-0. We're going to take it on our own trip to hopefully a 5-0. We've got a lot of cards in here that we're normally seeing. We've got the Karn package back. So we've been experimenting a little bit without Karn package. We're now going to be back into Karn package. We've dropped Rabble Master, and this disappoints me quite a bit. Now, we are Pyro Prison in the sense that we are still doing quite a bit of damage through Chandra Torch of Defiance, Chandra Awakened Inferno as well. However, we probably will not have the explosiveness. Now, we need to avoid some combo decks. We need to avoid some really heavy control decks. And as long as we can do that, we'll be in okay shape. Now, what's really nice, though, is we're back on the Karn package, so you'll notice that our sideboard is almost all brown, silver, whichever color you want to talk about. Bridge is brown. This is silver. And we have a bunch of things to pick from. Walking Ballista, Worm Coil Engine, which is kind of a cool one. Bridge, Orb, Spyglass, Liquid Metal Coating, of course, because we're running Karn, and Dragon Claw, ×3, and Relic of Progenist. There's no Tormod script here. I don't particularly like that over just having multiple relics, but the deck clearly wants to do some things with the draw and exile, which is what Maze Mind Tome also does. So Karn has an interesting interaction with Maze Mind Tome, so keep that in mind. We can draw quite a bit, probably going to be okay with drawing, find our answers, something like that. Instead of 21-9, by the way, on the split, it's 22-8. We have 4 voids here. We don't have too much that's double pipped. We have the Chandras and we have Seasoned Pyromancer, a couple Angers, but other than that, there's nothing else that we need to worry about for double or triple pips. What's up, Antioch? This is the list. This is what we're going to play tonight. Let's go ahead and get into a league and get some magic going. Oh my gosh, I still have Ojidai Neo Evolution. Cancel. Drop. We enjoyed that league. We're 1-2. All right. Oh no, I don't have event tickets. This is great. I love this so much. One sec. Let me get those. Let's play some Magic. All right. We're good to go. We got our Magic on. We got our league queued up. Let's go. How's it going, Shanks? Uncle DB, I see you in here as well. Getting some folks in here. It's good to see some people. Apparently when I play Prison, you guys like to show up. Hydrating already. Okay. How about the new moons? The new moons. So, the new moons are very cool looking. In paper, I will not be updating. Online, though, it should be available, and I probably go ahead and update for fun. Why not? But in paper, I will not be updating. All right, let's play first. Also, where's the sound? I don't get it. Whatever. Keep this sweet hand. Turn 2 Blood Moon. Speaking of Blood Moon. Oh, Grayus. Don't get me started about that. I don't want another Karn. If you're playing and you're playing white border or you're playing multiple borders, and the reason you're doing it is to tilt your opponent off the face of the earth, then you are not taking the deck seriously. And your opponent will not take you seriously at all either. Black border, unified, show your opponent what's up. Don't let them think you're a meme. Let them know you're the real deal. Uncle DB, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Welcome. You're back. It's good to have you back. But online I might get it because I play enough Blood Moon to warrant getting it. My opponent likes white mana here. Interesting choice here. Let's go ahead and grab a Karn. They didn't counter this, and they don't have The counter's up. Let's go get liquid metal coating. Seems like the right choice. Maybe a spyglass after this if they go after Karn. Thinking we're doing okay. It's a good day for Karn. You'll let them think you're a meme, but only until it's time to slide in the knife. Oh, thanks. Living up to your name. All right, opponent didn't show anything. We didn't see anything. I don't have any sideboard for this because I don't know how to play this deck. Let's just submit right back. Currently on white bordered edition, but that's also to match my 7th edition bridges. So these are my bridges in person. And then my moon. You guys know what my moon is. This is my moon. Apparently they're $50 now. That's not how much I paid for them. Blood moon, the dark. This is my blood moon. Let's see if we can find it on here and get some history on it. Oh, the dark. The dark. I need to go back a little ways here. And somewhere here around here. $10. Cool. This hand looks okay. We're gonna mulligan this though. The Blood Moon did a lot more damage than I thought it would against what appeared to be a control matchup in the bridges. I don't think they're gonna be very good. All right, let's keep this. I said not so much in the bridges. We're gonna get rid of a gemstone here. I would have loved to do this, but I need this. All right, we're just gonna turn one Moonum, guys. Turn one Moonum. My opponent's gonna concede right here, right now. Going for it. No fear. Turn one Blood Moon, both games. Right? Both games? You're paying attention, right? They'll get blue mana this time around, probably. Hey, blue mana. Counter. Opt. Okay, Force of Negation. Yep, got forced. Archmage Charm to the bin. Mr. Jangles, it's going. How are you? Decklist will be the second one. The Cloethus one is down there as well. Maze Mind Tomb. Let's see if we can get this going. My opponent's like, no. All right, fine. 3 cards remain for my opponent. I miss my land drop. My opponent misses their land drop. We don't miss our land drop. Works crazy, but otherwise good. Opponent misses their land drop again. I hit my land drop. I'm just going to rush this out. If they have the counter, they have got the counter. If they don't, we got a Chandra in play. Aether Gusts. I will actually top. I will force them to have another counter spell after this. Land drop. I would love to get out of this game with a W. Control feels like a potential miss. All right, they know what's coming. Chandra. Got a veto? Got a gust? They got a gust again. Do I try this again? The answer is yes. They will have to continuously answer this until they cannot. Did you get a land, opponent? Land was whiffed. Up we go again. Chandra, counter? No counter. Persistence pays off. What was that next card? It was just a void. All right, here comes the purge. That was fun. All right, we have 4 mana here. They have 2. We just need 2 more mana and then we'll be good. We ended up passing over one of the voids though. Not a good thing here. Snapcaster. No. Nada. Denied. You're not allowed to attack me, opponent. Karntrol. We try and shocks it in. Stoneforge Mystic. Where's my bridges now? Batterskull. Right on cue. Right on cue. Yeah, buddy. Feeling pretty good. Oh, alright, they have Cryptic Mana now. That's 5 mana. We need one more. Never didn't have it. Well, here comes Batterskull. Batterskull is going to be a pain. In comes the Batterskull. Batterskull. 4/4. Killing the germ is plausible, but it's not going to do a whole lot. I suppose if I get a land, I uptick here to give them something to chew on for a while. We'll just hope that I maybe get 2 of these in. I'm very worried that they have a Cryptic here. They're just going to bounce. But I've given them the gift of an emblem here. Purges away my Chandra. Alright, well that's good. Fetching. Prairie Stream. No actions. Chandra Awaken. 13 turn clock here. Land drop. That was off the top. We're pretty confident anything off the top is a land if played. This is game 2. We blast them game 1. Scalding Tarn. Mystic Sanctuary picks up what? An opt? Sure. They draw the opt. They'll play the opt. Stoneforge activation. Sword of Feast and Famine. Chandra. 11 turns remaining. Opting. Bottoms the card and takes a random draw here. Wouldn't mind this sticking here, because then we'll be protected from a Cryptic command. Snapcaster, Dovin Veto, probably. Does so. Passing the turn back to our lovely opponent. It does depend on the Awakened. The turn 1 Blood Moon last game, though, was pretty good. Chalice. I can put a Chalice on 3. You can put it on 1. I can put it on 2. I'd probably put it on 1 or 2. This is going to just get Cryptic at some point. I'll put it on 1 to stop future ops. Really, I just need to get this out of hand. Oh, look. 1 drop. Cool. That's good to know that they have a Spell Snare. Stops ritual effects. We got a Cryptic finally. Archmage Trawl draws 2. Looking for a way to interact with our bridge. Land drop. No Cryptic so far. We'll play our land past turn. We need to avoid the Cryptic for 9 more turns. Didn't have it end step. Fetching. Shortening the clock slightly. Mystic Sanctuary picks up Archmage Charm. Can draw 2, have not Cryptic up. We're slightly flooded. Archmage Charm. Currently does not have Cryptic. Has Cryptic. 4 unknowns. Playing a card. Jace. That's fine. That doesn't kill us. Upticks. Takes a peek. Looks at the top. You're almost dead, opponent. Does not want to put that... Oh, put it on the bottom. It's probably Chandra Awakened Inferno. Karn. All kinds of things. Maze Mind. Instead of scrying, I'm going to just go ahead and randomly draw a card here. Look, I got a Symbiont Spirit Guide. Opponent's down to 6 here. Down to 6. This is really nice because now we can interact with this Jace to put things either to the bottom or draw extra cards. And the fact that we're just a touch flooded out is actually nice because now I should be able to draw each time. I don't care about Stoneforge Mystic coming in, and I don't care about Snapcaster. We currently beat them faster. So I will allow anything to come through and hold cards. I do not want a Germ to hit me. Scalding Tarn shortens the clock by 1 turn. Blood Moon. I'll just try to play that, because that'll stop sanctuaries. Stopped the sanctuaries. I don't feel like bridge is in peril here, so I'll just pass the turn back to my opponent. What do we got? Snap, purge, cryptic, concede. Down to 5. We don't get to shorten the clock anymore because the Scalding Tarn is now a beautiful mountain. Opponent's looking at the top of our library. They're going to try to beat us before Chandra Emblem here. They put the card on top. I'm gonna draw that card. I'm gonna draw that random card. Sure, I'll take a chalice. Take a land. Let's draw another random card, because I have enough for Awakened Inferno. Let's cast this. I'm going to put this on 2, or attempt to put this on 2, because that'll shut off a future purge. Purge and stop this and some other stuff, you know. You know, it would do things. Yeah, no cryptic command right now. We were trying to stop a purge to get rid of the Blood Moon. Jace is almost up here to 12. We're going to draw cards and be sure that we do not have, we have enough cards in hand. So we're going to play the keep cards in hand game now, regardless of whatever this is. So we'll go ahead and pass. We have to allow the game to go 4 more turns here. Which we should be able to do. And I can grab a random card here. It shouldn't hurt us. So before this happens, let's go ahead and take a peek. And I gain some life. Land drop. So we need 3 turns to pass here, and I need the germ not to happen. I have a ritual spell, which is good because it can play it at instant speed. They can't pop something in my hand and get under the bridge. So we'll hold all cards here. I'm going to hold all cards. We're not in any danger here. Jason Mind Sculptor is on 13. Sorry, he's behind. He's on 13. Goes down to 2 here. He can ult emblem whatever the heck he does. It doesn't matter. They exile all. And our hand becomes our library. They can't Archmage Charm me out of this game either at the moment. They currently die in 2 turns. They need to somehow unlock Archmage Charm to force me to draw. Which they could. Snap and then Celestial Purge this and Archmage Charm me. So that is their out currently. We'll see if they have exactly that. Jace is at 1 now. I did see the new Blood Moon art. We were asked if I would update my cards. The answer is probably not in paper, but maybe online. Alright, here's Snapcaster. Gets rid of Blood Moon. And then they have Archmage Charm. I have to assume this is the play. Make me draw 2. Shark Typhoon draws a card. Alright, they're going to 1. Will probably cost more online than paper. It won't be a problem. Won't be a problem. I'll sell my Blood Moons online and we should be fine. Alright. Do they have it? They can't fetch. have the Cryptic Command. I have the Cryptic Command. All right. Well played, opponent. Cryptic Command bounces, they gain enough life, and then I die on the draws. Okay. Anything to improve this matchup? Only thing I'm looking at is maybe Relic to help shut off the graveyard a little bit. They were able to use the graveyard just a few too many times there. I really just want like a third Chandra Awakened Inferno if we're gonna go so Planeswalker based here. I'm gonna bring one Relic in. People with their mismatching. All right, would I like to play first? Absolutely. We have a quick Chalice on one if I want it. We have a Relic. This doesn't do a whole lot though. With Defense Grid, just makes things cost 2 more for my opponent. Let's mulligan this hand. Oh, this hand's so close. Just needs 2 lands. It's a mulligan. This isn't very good either. All right, we're gonna keep. I'm gonna ditch 1 bridge, 1 chalice here. I'm gonna ditch both. Oops. I'm gonna ditch both chalices here. We're gonna scry lands to the top and get a fast shot under Awakened Inferno and hide behind a bridge. Need lands. I'm gonna bottom this. I need hard lands. I don't need ramp. I need hard lands. All right, we can put that on top. I guess I'll throw a chalice on 1. We'll start there. Chalice on 1's down. Path, Opt, and Spell Snare down. You love Maze Mind in this list? Hopefully it'll play out nicely. Gonna go ahead and bridge. I'll probably not play Seasoned Pyromancer anytime soon. I would prefer to get the Chandra Awakened Inferno. At this point, I need to almost flood out. Maze Mind has been working. It's a good scry card, a little bit of life gain tied into it. It does just enough. It's a bit like a Mind Stone, but it fits into a lot of decks. All right, third land for my opponent. They're just sitting here doing land things. We're just going to bridge again. We'll see if an Archmage Charm comes down. The answer is no. I'm a little bit afraid of, say, a D-Sphere. We'll see. Archmage Charm decides to draw with this one. One's got a lot of lands. Discards a Field of Ruin. We'll play our land pass turn. Like I said, I don't want to really play this Seasoned Pyromancer because I think the Chandra's better. Cryptic, Bounce Chalice. Nope. Cycling Shark Typhoon. Not so concerned about this card. Hits for 2. If I miss land twice, I might try to use Seasoned Pyromancer to cycle through the cards. And just pass the turn. Snapcaster, Archmage Charm to draw a card. I can almost guarantee they're going to have a Purge here for the Chandra. Yeah, it's definitely been very good with Maze Mind's been very good with the whole. If I have some extra mana to burn, I can use it. I can scry, and that life gain really does matter. Hits for 4. We're down to 14. Still looking okay here. Land Chandra is a good start. Discards an Opt. We hit our lands. All right, so we get a Chandra. I presume we got a Purge over there. If we don't have a Purge, this Chandra could do some work. A Aether Gust. All right, well, I'll put it on top. They're not attacking through to me. I've only got 2 in the list, so I'd rather just force this for a while. Hallowed Fountain tapped and just takes their draw. Can't attack here, so we'll probably get to our next turn. We'll hope there's no Jace. Do I hate Aether Gust? It's an alright card. Snap Aether Gust would be frustrating here. Go ahead and go up. I'd rather apply damage here. They're going to Purge. Cool. Alright. So we have the damage being applied here. We have 2 bridges, which is a little safer than our last time with just 1 bridge. We have a Seasoned Pyromancer to help us dig, and we're going to be looking for that other Chandra to hopefully get a shock every turn instead of just a pip. Mystic Sanctuary puts the Opt on top. The Opt currently gets Chalice, so I presume they have a Cryptic Command here to bounce Chalice. I'd like to get Karn down, but I think I like Seasoned Pyromancer better here. I think this is worth it here, even though we lose Karn. Because I have a feeling they have something. Just pass turn with this all up. Cryptic. Bouncing Chalice. Attempts to path. Now remembers Chalice is on 1. Chandra does damage. At combat step, I'm going to go ahead and attempt to Abrade. Try to kill Snapcaster since it can be bounced to hand. This is flying. Maybe that's a reason to kill that. Alright. Land drop. Let's go ahead and do another Seasoned Pyromancer. We have 4 mana available to us. If they try to bounce Chalice, I'll try to replay it on 2. This sticks. Draws 2. I'll take a Maze Mind. We'll see if they like that card. I'm good with everything happening here. Not going to attack. Shark eats token. Flooded Strand can go get a Mystic Sanctuary. Chooses not to. Awakened Inferno. Ping for 1. Down to 12. 12 turn clock. This coming turn I'm going to attack with everything, I presume. Let's go ahead and take the Scry. Relic, I'm going to bottom because I have the Chalice. I'll take whatever natural draw here and worry about the Scry afterwards. Cool. Combat. Let's hit for some damage. Speed this clock up. Speed it up. Snapcaster. What are we going to put this on? A Celestial Purge, so I can actually wait on this Chandra. Purge is one of these. Let's go ahead and draw a card here. Okay. So they've already burned the Purge. It makes me kind of want to play this Chandra now. Attempt to, at least. So we're going to go ahead and attempt. Just check to see what all they have. If they attempt to bounce Chalice here, we're good. I think 2 damage to face is important here over trying to kill Snapcaster. So 2 to face, pass turn. Hiding behind 2 bridges. Chandra pings. 7. Looking good. Seasoned Pyromancers are paying off here. Just creating threats that my opponent has to deal with. They don't appear to have anything for Chandra. This will be a full bolt to the face. Aether Gust. Okay, I'm gonna top land drop, and we'll pick up the Chandra and force them to play against it again. They have another counter. Attempts to opt into the Chalice. We knew they had that in hand a while ago. Opt again. Chalice and 1 doing work. Opponent's frustrated. Chandra goes up again here. A Blood Moon's really tempting, but not necessary with all of the islands. We'll allow him to take 2 damage here past turn. Chandra Awakened down to 4. 2 bridges, a Maze Mind, Chandra in play. Maze Mind playing well there, grabbing our Chandra. Got a Cryptic to bounce. Shark Typhoon, cycling for 0, trying to draw. It is showing decently. It's doing its work. I was very worried about the control matchup too, and this one seems to be doing okay. We take it. We take it. Simian Spirit Guide, uptick with Chandra, draw with Maze Mind. Maze Mind doing things. Taking down match 1. All right. Still a little bit nervous about the control matchup, but we're doing okay. Let's go. Match 2 queued up here. Looking pretty hot. Mr. Jangle's getting the 5-0. Let's see if we can follow suit. I think we've got a good shot here. Got a good shot. I'm thinking that depending on your meta, 1 more Chandra Awakened Inferno over something. Maybe it's a Dragon's Claw, maybe it's a Relic, maybe it's in place of this Worm Coil engine. I don't really know yet. I'm thinking you want the Worm Coil, but I could see in that matchup where you want that extra Chandra. You saw the one game where I didn't want to play the Seasoned Pyromancer because I want to play my Chandra. I only have 2. Is Field of Ruin worthy inclusion in this deck? No, absolutely not. You're a Blood Moon deck. Don't help your opponent. All right, next match. Next match. We're 1-0. 1-0, playing the Pyro Prisons. All right, I can get behind this one. It digs a little bit extra. We have a way to stop a creature deck. We have a way to dig for other answers and put some pressure on if they're, say, control. We'll give it a shot. I did, Mr. Jangles. I did. And they Aether Gusted my Chandra after I took the draw step, but I had a Maze Mind in play and plenty of mana. Took the land, played it, grabbed it, forced the Chandra, made them have to have the counter. Worked nicely. All right, we have a Jeskai player. Bridge is a little bit enticing when you see something like this. Maze Mind's been pretty decent. We played it in the Koithus version, and we've played it now here. We'll see how it all goes. Uncle DB, thank you for the resub. 17 months. Wow, you weren't subbed. You weren't subbed, man. Man, we can make a lot of mana next turn. Let's go one more turn here. I'm gonna forego ramping something out to just make 1,000 mana. Dorks? What's up, Zale? How's that head, Zale? I hope it's well. My opponent's doing something at the end step, and I don't particularly care. Red-white. Helix is me. Okay. Okay, burn opponent. It's just up to its more normal problems. Oh, Maze Mind here. All right, let's try to do this. See if they like this Desperate Ritual idea. All right, let's cast and Splice. That way I get 6 mana here. I can make 7 if I wanted to. Probably going to try to play Bridge and Seasoned Pyromancer. Seasoned Pyromancer ditching some stuff. They can counter this now and I lose the mana, which is fine. This a counter used on ritual effects rather than on my actual cards. I would not counter this personally. I could also lead with Seasoned Pyromancer and then plan to play another one when they counter the first one as well. If they give me that chance. I wonder what a Just Guide Burn deck is doing here. Helix. Got an Opt. 4 cards in hand. I'm sure that's one of those is a counter spell. You've been playing the Shrine in Arena? Is that going well? It appears to be Just Guide Control. I haven't seen the Triome played yet with it. Okay, they bottom. Take a random draw. We have 6 mana to our name. Let's start with the Seasoned Pyromancer. I think I can really threaten quite a bit here. Let's do Bridge Mazemind Tome. Let's play another Seasoned Pyromancer. Maybe they have Censor and I'll get them with the Simian Spirit Guide. I'm going to get rid of a Braid and Desperate Ritual here because I have the Simian Spirit Guide. We're just going to get lots of things on the board. Oh, look, Mazemind Tome. Go ahead, opponent. Turn 3, I have 8 power on the board. Drew 4 cards. Bolt's one of my dudes. That's not what you want to be doing. You want to be attacking my face, opponent. They play 1 to 2 Triomes now? Okay. Cryptic online now. Cryptic's online. We'll go ahead and go to combat here. We're not going to offer a field target. That's the goal. What's up, Brian? Showing off those howls. How you doing? How goes it? It's a free fetch turn 1. Yeah, if you're not playing too many Ops or Lightning Bolts. Shoots, my dude. Hits for 4. 20. Play a Mazemind down. See if we can get this to stick. All right. In this case, I'm going to probably randomly draw as many times as I can. We have some sort of control-esque deck across from us, especially now seeing the Colonnade. A bridge wouldn't be bad to get back into play here, but I'm not too concerned about having too many cards in my hand. We'll see what we can get going here. And we're always going to go to combat here so they don't get any weird cryptic shenanigans off here. Try a Chalice on 1. Chalice on 1 seems like it would be fine. Opt and Bolt, maybe even Path. Sprite Dragon. Is the promo norm or normal art better? That's a good question. Snapcaster. Snapcaster deciding to do an opt here. Opting. I wonder if I take a draw with Mazemind or I slap the Simian Spirit Guide in there to block the Snapcaster. We have plenty of mana next turn for Seasoned Pyromancer. I might slap Spirit Guide in. Opting, 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 opting. Opponent's storming off. I like a normal Sprite Dragon's art. We'll just hard cast here. We can take a Scry and I'll go ahead and do that. Set ourselves up next turn. Cool. All right. Chalice on 1 can't be burned out easily. Ops are down. Elemental in play. Simian Spirit Guide in play. Colonnade to beat. Plus Snapcaster. Opponent's fetching. Basic Mountain. Looking for a bridge. Looking for Blood Moon. Felidar Guardian. Oh gosh, do we just lose here? Flickering Snapcaster. Okay. We need Torp Orb pretty fast now. Flicker Snapcaster, I presume just a Helix. Cat combo. Now I'm a bit worried. Now I need my bridges. Decides to Helix. They're just trying to stay alive at this point. That is what they're trying to do here. All right, let's go ahead and take a little bit of a random draw here. All right, so we could put a Chalice on 2. I want to hold this and try to get a Chalice on 3. It seems unlikely. but we'll give it a shot. We'll hope that they don't have a Saheeli right here. Putting on 3 blocks our Bridge and Blood Moon, which might cause us to lose to the Colonnade. Flickering Snapcaster again. I have enough mana to just do this again. Worried about that Colonnade. I'd love to get a Blood Moon and a Bridge down before putting this Chalice on 3. Snap value. Helixing to their heart's content here. Putting in the work. Take a random draw. Karn. 2, 3, 4. Karn, go get Bridge. Could go get Torp Orb here. Bridge, I'd be pretty safe. Bridge, then Torp Orb. Yep, could Bridge Chalice on 0. Could do that. Wouldn't mind a Chalice on 2 after this. I have this Spyglass I could go get later. They've already played 2 Helixes, so only 2 more Burn-esque spells. I think this is the turn to go get a Bridge. See if we can't protect Karn to the nth degree here. They only have 1 card in hand, so it's not going to be forced either. So let's go ahead and get the Bridge. Let's slap the Bridge down here. Let's go ahead and take the Chalice on 0. And then let's go ahead and Maze Mine just to scry. I don't want to be drawing anymore. That'll gain me some life as well. And scrying here I'm okay with. That's on top. On top you go. Blood Moon. Yes. Good luck, opponent. Don't Helix this. I want to keep Karn around for a little longer. Thank you. Blood Moon on top's really nice looking. Undoes the Jeskai colors. Decides to tap all their crazy stuff. Saheeli Ra. Only can do a scry here. Where's Wolf? Thank you for the follow. What do I think of the Blood Moon box topper? It's really nice. It's really nice. It's really cool. All right. 1, 2, 3. No Cryptic here. We're going to attempt Blood Moon first. Oh, they have no cards in hand. I just saw that. That's crazy. Would I like to choose an artifact? Yes. Let's go ahead and get a Spyglass here so they don't scry. Spyglass the Saheeli Ra and just see if we've got them completely locked out here. Saheeli Ra. Alright, go ahead, opponent. Your go. No, I'm not going to blow up their lands. I'm going to get a Chalice here pretty quick on Chalice on 2. I'm going to go ahead and kill my own Chalice next turn, and then we can go grab it again with Karn. I'm hoping they don't have something that just picks off the Karn or gets rid of this Bridge. But the Spyglass here, I can probably downtick eventually get a Torp Orb to be super safe. There's a Teferi. Alright, they can bounce Blood Moon. They can bounce Spyglass. They decide Spyglass is where they want to go. Copying something. And they kill me. Teferi was a really good rip off the top. Teferi was a really good rip off the top. If I would have gotten Torp Orb, it wouldn't have mattered. I would have had to Spyglass naming Teferi. The only other thing I could have done is Liquimetal Coating, and on their turn Saheeli Ra into a artifact. Would I say this is the best Chalice deck right now? It's always been the best Chalice deck. It's a really good top deck. Really good. I feel like the Spyglass is just such a smart play here on the Saheeli. Maybe we're supposed to Liquimetal Coating with the idea that we Saheeli take care of it and then the next turn blow up the land. But with a combo threatening here, and if they draw a couple basics, it just doesn't feel right. A random pop of the bridge and you lose. Yeah, Teferi was just is solid. It was solid. I really don't have much for this matchup either. Feels great. It was a lucky top deck. I had like 2 turns to get another card. The idea is prevent them digging with this Saheeli. Whatever. If Chalices are good, E-Tron always best Chalice deck? Incorrect. Why would you play a deck that can play the Chalice on turn 2 when you can play a deck that can put Chalice on turn 1 or ramp it out faster? Let's play first. Look at this hand. Look at this hand, everyone. This looks like identical to what we've played. It worked decently. I'm gonna race this out. I'm gonna race this out and then race out my Seasoned Pyromancer right behind it. We'll force them to have a Force of Negation if they have it immediately. Hopefully dodge a spell snare here. We're using Seasoned Pyromancer just to dig for more lands since we had a ritual heavy hand. Seems okay. And the fact that my opponent has mainly bolts and helixes, I'm okay with that. Oh, that's a bit awkward. Alright. It's a bit awkward, but I can beat this opponent other ways. They seem to be more burn combo heavy than they are control. Alright. This is a good example where the Abrade's not a very good card. That would come out for like a Chandra Awakened Inferno if you had it in the sideboard. Alright, basic islands. Opt. Cool, cool. You got me. 3 damage a turn, still not bad. Flooded Strand. Presuming no other spells here. Cool. My turn. 19 damage a turn is better. Oh, what are you talking about, Last God? What are you talking about? One thing that's cool with Bridge and Seasoned Pyromancers is that when you play a Seasoned Pyromancer, you're guaranteed to be able to play or attack next turn with the Seasoned Pyromancer. This was a pretty good draw for us. We'll see if they have a counter spell. They're opting to avoid Blood Moon. This looks like a counter spell. It's a Remand. A Remand. Unless they Mind Rot you. Whose side are you on again, Last God? Whose side? I'm starting to question. All right, so we're going to attack for another 3 here. We have the Seasoned Pyromancer. We'll just redo this. If my opponent decides to remand again, I guess that's okay. I'm afraid of a Feldar Guardian next turn and then just ripping off their combo. The side of Mind Rake specifically. I mean, Mind Rot's definitely not a bad card. Teferi? What are we going to do for 2? 2. Alright, so my opponent's got Snapcaster wanting to do Opt, thinking about it, has Bolt and Helix as well, probably, based on their hesitation here, not knowing what to play. They don't have a Planeswalker that they want to sacrifice to these creatures. Let's go to combat before even playing this. I'm totally expecting a Snapcaster here. Maybe a Purge. So to me, this screams that they don't have a whole lot going on. I'm going to go ahead and attempt to Abrade this. Now they might have Spell Snare, but then they don't get to use their Opt, which would be okay with me. I don't get the damage in. They block. We have then the Seasoned Pyromancer in the yard, but they don't get this Opt and aren't digging for their win condition. I think this is the smart play here. Decides to force getting rid of an Aether Gust. Wishing to do the opt later. Seasoned Pyromancer is blocked. My opponent is looking for their combo. I'll go ahead and void here. I'll take a land over pretty much anything else. We can put this on top. We can scry and then use Seasoned Pyromancer. I can only hit single pip stuff, but that's okay. We can set ourselves up maybe to draw something really nice. Okay. This opt put the card on top of the library. So it's a combo piece or it's their fourth land. I would imagine. Steam Vents, Shockin. Nope. Okay, so we have Saheeli probably. Teferi? Alright, we have Teferi. We're going to bounce an elemental here. Does so. Alright. You like the scry lands over the deserts? They're okay. Bottom this land. Don't need that. Attempt to Seasoned Pyromancer should land without a problem. No tokens. Alright, those are some good cards there. Probably try Blood Moon first. We're 2 lands away from getting comboed out. Just out of nowhere. Up to Teferi, first action. Always a good first action. Land drop. Shocking him would not surprise me. What's funny is Blood Moon's not going to stop Saheeli here. It is shocked in. If it is Saheeli or Feldar Guardian, I have to go Karn down to get Torpor. If it's neither of those, they can still combo out next turn. Alright, there's Saheeli. Now I can attack with Seasoned Pyromancer at Teferi, which will keep my bridge. Problem is that if they have a combo spell here, then we're in trouble. That is not what I want to be drawing. So here, Karn Needle. I don't have Needle. I have Spyglass. We need Bolt. It's not this kind of deck. Like one more land, Chandra Awaken does stuff. I feel awkward killing Teferi here. But I guess that's what I need to do. I hate this because Saheeli Rai, even if I put it down to 2, they just play the Feldar Guardian, blink this, and they're good to go. Try to play Karn, see if this gets a counter. It's probably Remand, Dovin Veto, Mana Leak. They've got the cat in hand. We're going to get comboed so hard. Top deck land, Chandra Awaken gets to kill Saheeli Rai, which is the plan right now. Remand? Yep. Remand, by the way, makes sense because it puts things back into the hand. Opponent's just trying to be a tempo deck. We're basically looking for a top deck land and we need them not to have cat here. Scrying first, as expected. And then we're just going to cat. Opting. No real reason to opt if they had cat, so they don't have cat. Need a top deck lands. Shoot this for 5. That'd be nice. Could even attempt to get in with Seasoned Pyromancer, so I only have to shoot for 3. Top of the library. You have the cat, right? Just play the cat. Oh my gosh, they don't have the cat. Slam the cat. Slam. Slam, we gonna jam. Wow, they don't have the cat. They don't have the cat. I guess it's this Chandra. This Chandra attempt to Blood Moon. Hope they miss one more time here. Because I can't really do Karn. Even making bridge a 3-3 again doesn't put this low enough. Here we go with a counter. Aether Gust. I'm going to bottom. I need to draw a land here for this Awakened Inferno to get rid of this Saheeli Rai. Alright. What's up, Inquisitor? No cat. No cat. Scrying. Okay. Expected. No cat. No cat. No cat. Scries the guard to the bottom, then ops. Searching for cat. Anyone else having trouble with the stream? Flooded Strand here. Combat, all the good stuff. Betting they have another Saheeli Rai, but again, we just need to get rid of it. I need to force them to have both options here. Alright. Cool. Chandra Awakened Inferno, 6 to Saheeli Rai. This does get rid of my Chandra, but we're not winning on 15 turn clock here. If they have another Aether Gust... Now this is frustrating. I guess I'll bottom here now with the idea that I can try to get Karn and Blood Moon. No frame drops. None. I got 0. I even have 0 over here. That's a miracle. That's a miracle. Goes up with Saheeli. Puts the card on the bottom. Making white, making blue. Don't beat the fairy. Don't beat the fairy. Don't beat the fairy. 3 mana. Teferi. Bounce bridge. Bounces bridge. So my next play is Karn, down tick, go get Spyglass, name Saheeli Rai. Try this again. Can't put Chalice on 4. Try Karn. Down tick. Let's go ahead and get that. No, it's got to be Spyglass here. It has to be Spyglass because if I get Liquid Metal, they could just shoot Karn. This will also show me what they have in hand. Force. They exile another Saheeli. Alright. There you go. Takes a random draw off top. And bolts Karn. It's a good random draw. Pretty good random draw. Alright, so I've got to beat a Teferi and a Saheeli. This will be frustrating. Puts the card on top of their library. One, two, three. I can put Chalice on 3 right now. They put the card on top. I'm a little worried about them being on top here. Let's Blood Moon first. Do I need to put the Chalice in on 0 here? That buys me exactly 1 turn. Putting the card on top makes me think they found the cap. So I have 1 turn here with this Teferi. Spider, I'm doing alright. How are you? We're getting beaten down by the cat. I think the cat's got us here. Cat's out of the bag. Flooded Strand, they get rid of the card that they put on top. I'm not as afraid of it now. I may play Bridge and try to do a weird Chalice. They got rid of the card. Weird Chalice is weird. I mean, they're going to just bounce it with Teferi in a turn. Probably no reason to hold this. Go ahead, opponent. Go ahead, opponent. All right, well, at least we got rid of that scry that they scried to the top. So they're taking a random draw now. Clever we are with our Blood Moon. I'm so far away from killing this Saheeli Rai. So we'll probably have to take Seasoned Pyromancer and try to kill Teferi to avoid a bounce on the bridge. I'm glad you're doing well, Spider. Oh, Maze Mine's actually not a bad draw here. Just going to pass. I'm going to use one of my Seasoned Pyromancers in the yard here. I've got to hope that this is not the turn that they have bounce, bridge, play, cat. Gotta hope. How's Pyro Prison treating us? It's treating us all right. We've run into a control matchup, and then this is a bit of a control matchup as well. And so both of these have been a little bit strugglesome here. All right, bridge goes to hand. Incoming cat. I might make them combo out here, because if they make 13 and go to combat, I can block and then play bridge. So I'm going to make them go to combat here. I'm going to make sure that they play this enough. It seems rude, but I do have 2 blockers that are hidden. I don't have Bolt in the deck. So we're going to make them play this out here, because if they goof up, then I have a good shot. So I'm going to F6 for a little bit here, and we'll see if they make 13 of these. They got to make 16 of them, so we'll keep track. If they make 16, sorry, if they make 15, they're good. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 5. They're asking me to concede, but I don't feel like I should. I know we're close on time, but I need to see 15 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I conceded the first time. The problem here is that I could potentially block this out, and I could still potentially win. I have an out. This is the only reason I'm not conceding here. And keeping in mind that this one is summoning 6. So we have 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. $14 does it because of the uptick. That's true. They still have to do more than 13. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. I should draw. Then I have a more likely chance to die in the following turn. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is 12. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off our yields. Turn off a yield, so I just click through here. If they have a bolt, they get me 2. If they have a helix, they get me in the following turn. We're just trying to make them make us a mistake here. Drawing means I can't block when they do just 13. My opponent's time clock is fine right now. How many do they have now? Do we have enough? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Looks like we have enough now. They have 16. Oh, and they have the bolt. Bottom. All right. They had the bolt. Oh well. There's a bonus bridge. Bonus bridge. Problem with some of the bouncing here is because it's a 1-4, it gets under the bridge pretty easily. All right, opponent takes us down there. But we had to make sure that they made enough. We would have had 2 bridges there, been able to play both bridges, and then if my opponent doesn't get a burn spell for a while, I have the tome. The tome eventually gets me up to back to 5 or 6 life, depending on how that all sequence excuse me, goes. And at that point, we just have to somehow find some sort of Karn or something that gets rid of the Saheeli. We avoid burn for a little bit. Replay Maze Mine Tome a couple times with Karn. It's a long shot, but no reason to concede early there. We're 1-1 going into match 3, playing Karntrol Prison in Modern. We're going to keep this hand. I got an early turn 1 Chalice or an early Chandra here. Might be trying to do Chandra on turn 2 here. Chandra on turn 2 with Chalice on 1 backup. See what my opponent's playing. We are playing Snow-Covered Island. I guess I will attempt to Chalice or Chandra on turn 1. We'll put this on top. I do like that card. Opponent opts. Wonder if I should put a Chalice on 2. I'll probably just put it on 1. Opponent forcing negations as well, getting rid of a Snapcaster. Alright, 3 cards to 3 card. We have an Awakened Inferno. We kept the Awakened Inferno with the idea that if this landed, I would be at 4 mana. And then hopefully after that, I'd be able to ramp up. Didn't work out for us. Landshutter, what's up? How goes it? How goes it? Stoneforge Mystic. It's a pretty good card. And Batterskull's a pretty good card. Alright, let's go ahead and put a Chalice on 1 here, pass turn. We're going to probably pass, try to shoot and snipe this sweet Batterskull down. That'll be the plan. We are a long way away from this Chandra. Land drop for our opponent, passing turn. We're going to skip playing the Maze Mine Tome, because if they play in the Batterskull, I need to kill it. And it's nice because Chalice is going to be on 1. The only thing that gets us here is a Force of Negation. So we'll go ahead and just destroy the artifact. Got it. Cool. Nice. Okay. So we have a Stoneforge to beat. Doable. Doable. And by the way, this is the second blue-white deck that we've run into. Alright, Maze Mind. I hope this lands. It does. Thank goodness. We need to draw our lands. Who plays blue-white? Apparently every person that I've played against tonight plays blue-white. Blue-white Stoneforge. Jeskai, a blue-white Stoneforge. These are the days that I wish I had something a little more aggressive. I'm going to bottom that card. I need a land. Stop on our upkeep to try to guarantee this land draw. Void is down. Put the land on top. Looks good, looks good. I can get Karn down next. You hate blue-white? Don't hate blue-white. Alright. Shuffles away my card. That's fine. We're going to attempt to stop on my turn, do Maze Mine Tome Scry here, and see if we can't get lucky a little bit. This is a good timing for Karn, because the Sword of Feast and Famine, they'll try to play that down with Stoneforge Mystic. This should stop it. Gotta hit a land. It's not a land, we'll bottom. Alright, we hit our land. Good stuff. Don't have a counter. Don't have a counter, please. Thanks. Alright. We don't exactly know what's the next card here. I have 4 mana. I don't know if I want to grab like a Liquid Metal Coating with the idea that I have the Maze Mine Tome, could draw and play that in. I sort of want to go down, but I also sort of want to go up here. Here, I'll make Maze Mine tapped and cool. Maybe they'll path, and then they'll realize it's countered. We're offering up our Maze Mind Tome to the sacrifices. Snapcaster's in here. Gonna retain our stop on my turn upkeep here for the Maze Mind Tome. Alright, looks like my opponent's gonna come in here for 4 at Karn, and does so. So we could downtick and get nothing here. I could also not use Maze Mind Tome here and try to naturally get this, and then we can use it as a blocker. So let's do that. Let's naturally draw. I get a bridge. It's an interesting card. Let's attempt to play bridge before doing anything here. It's an interesting card because it kind of protects us. Kind of does. If they have a cryptic, it gets weird. If they have a force, we're okay. Cryptic bounce or bounce this. That'll get awkward. Bouncing Karn, they could then play in. Yeah. Nicely played. Probably should have upticked with Karn first so I have a blocker. All good though. We're going to see a sword of whichever sword they got. Feast and Famine. We're in trouble. Let's go ahead and scry, gain a little bit of life here. Bottom of Maze Mind Tome. I need lands. ASAP. This is a 3-4 now, making it really hard to kill with the Chandra. However, if I can somehow get Karn, Chandra out, maybe I can kill this. I don't know. Maybe we'll get lucky. So I guess I discard Chandra Awakened Inferno and just hope they never have another Cryptic here. You're building my Double Master spreadsheet right now. These pre-order prices are crazy low compared to even some IMA prices. Nice. All right, Teferi, they'll uptick Teferi here. Ooh, they bounced Chalice. That's interesting. I think I would have upticked. How dead are we? How much more do I want to show here? I almost don't feel like I want to show anything else here. 3, 4, 5, 6. They'll kill Karn. I'll take 6. I'll go to 11. They'll have Teferi. I would need to hit something in the next 2 turns, and even in 2 turns, Teferi bounces whatever I play. I think I can concede to keep some of this information quiet. Dead as Evan Seamoth, the bottom. Yeah, this isn't getting there. Okay. I'm gonna bring a Spyglass and a Torp Orb in this game. I don't feel like Chalice is as important here. I feel like 2 Anger the Gods isn't bad either over the Chalice, because I need to remove Stoneforge Mystic. I don't really want it to play. Their opt into Force of Negation turn 1 kind of sealed it. It kind of did. It kind of didn't. Still got to do stuff. Okay, we'll keep this hand. Gonna rush out a Torp Orb here. They've got the Force, they've got the Force, but this is the time to do it. They don't have a Spell Snare randomly. They have to use a Force. Don't know what else is going on. Maze Mind's gonna draw us into some nice stuff in the future, but the Torp Orb definitely stops a quick Stoneforge here. Worth the shot here at stopping that interaction, because a fast Battle Skull is very, very hard for us to beat. How would you expect a multiplier for a rare with the first time foil this set? How would you expect a multiplier for a rare with first time foil this set? 5 times, 10 times? Depends on the rare. Talking about a rare that's you know, in high demand, or are you talking about something that's just silly? Are we talking about oubliette? Oubliette? I don't know what level of rarity. Magus of the Will is the first example. Opponent ops. Alright. Definitely going to be scrying at some point here with the Maze Mind Tome. Yeah, $3 to $5 maybe. I wouldn't expect it to be much higher than that, Last God. Avoid will bottom. I'm going to take a random draw here. Alright. We'll try to play Bridge Down. It's an okay card against our opponent. You think that's better than scrying? I mean, scrying just made me draw one deeper. I'm not saying it's perfect, but it kind of acted like it the first time. We can definitely consider drawing this turn instead of scrying. I have to figure out when Maze Mind you scry versus draw, and it may be match dependent like you're suggesting. I think very rarely it's wrong to at least scry the first time. We'll try it here though. Here, I'll even do it right now because I can play something on 3. I can play it on 3 and draw more cards. We'll try that. Drawing all the cards in red. You have a counter for this dude? Gotta draw all the cards, right? Right? We're gonna draw all the cards. Watch this get a counter. Got a counter. Doesn't do anything, opponent. It doesn't draw cards. It was a 3-mana 2/2. Got him. Did we get him though? Or did we get ourselves? Can't decide. I can't decide. You were watching a good blue-white control player stream the other day, and it was constantly criticizing the opponent for scrying instead of drawing versus them. I think it's match dependent. Fair. We got a counterspell. Nothing else matters. What's up, logical? They should shame concede. Sure. You got a 1/1. Sharknado. There's a field. Hey, Ghost X, O2, thank you for the follow. Surprised you weren't following. Alright, Endermeep, take care. Sharknado. I don't think I'm going to run Seasoned Pyromancer in. If this is the plan, let's put it to the test. Draw cards with this thing. It's garbage. It's a garbage card. It got really good really fast. We good. We good. We good, fam. It got real good real fast. Fine. Fine. I'm going to put it on top, opponent. This is what happened last time we played against blue-white control. Shuffles. Unfortunately, I couldn't Maze Mind it. Fortunately, I couldn't do that. Now I can. Now I can. Only 19 more turns until you die. Aethergust is a wild card, though, logical. It's a wild card. Take our point here. It doesn't mean we have an opportunity to draw 2 more. Alright, I'll gain some life and I'll draw a random card. Drawing random. It's an okay card. This is an okay card too. Let's lead with Blood Moon. Least interested to get a counter here, but maybe my opponent wants to counter it for some bizarre reason. They do. I'll take that. Maybe we can get Karn to get stuck down here. Karn with a land and attempting to do liquid metal coating would be kind of cool. If they're on Spike's list, which it looks like they are, they have access to 4 gusts. Yeah. We expect multiple gusts right now in the meta, not due to our deck, but due to Panza being in the meta. You see the full art Blood Moon from Double Masters? So nice. It was pretty nice. A lot of people are very much interested in it. We're interested in getting it online, but not necessarily in paper. In paper, I'll still play my darks. My darks. Don't bounce this Torp Orb. Don't do it. Sharknado. Cycles for 3. Blood Moon shuts off their Mystic Sanctuary. True. Karn shuts off a lot of things too, and Karn can go get a Relic, which would shut that off as well. 4 mana Jace the Mind Sculptor. Well, now we gotta beat this guy. We're falling further and further behind. If we knew we were gonna run into so much control, I would have tweaked the sideboard for a little more of a control meta. It's the fun of seeing a 5-0 list and then seeing what you can do with it. Especially when the person tells you the matchups. It's really good to compare those and see what matchups they played against versus what we played against. Mr. Jangles did put up what lists and results to let you know they played against Panza, Jund, Death Shadow, Sultai, Cult of Crabvine. Is it Prowess and Infect? He's got the EMA printing. Oh. He might have just rented these cards. Don't hold it against him. Checking in at the LGS doing an unsanctioned Modern tournament. Ooh. Why is it unsanctioned? Is that because you can't do sanctioned events right now? Is that Wizards stuff? I'm trying to remember. Playing a Shark Typhoon's really bad for us. You're glad people are playing Infect still? By the way, I'm not doing Season Pyromancer because I can't get through these sharks. Well, D20, be safe. Be awesome. My opponent passed their own shark here. They don't even care about their own sharks. Ah, yeah, Tomahawk, that's true. It depends at what time of day you play as well. If we play a bit later like we do, we seem to run into a lot more of the control matchups. Or if you play a little bit earlier in the day, and I've done that, where you take the day off and you play earlier, matchups are totally different. And this has to be something with like European versus non-European play. At this point, we've lost this game. Jace is in play. They have 18 life. We have 21. I think I can concede, so we're going to do it. What's up, Archdeacon? A lot of control matchups. A lot of control matchups. All right, this is the list we're playing. We're going to go ahead and hit up our next match. Really wanting to not run into control. (3-1) with Death and Taxes sounds pretty good, D20. Sounds pretty good. All right. We're 1-2. Our opponent is 0-2. Maybe they're not control. Maybe they're not control. Look at them sweet Howl emotes. You got all kinds of emotes. You guys like that Howl one, but you got all these too. You can use these when we lock them out, which doesn't happen very often anymore. When we flood out, when we... You know what? We lose because of a lot of our emotes. Maybe we should change our emotes. Maybe we should change them. All right, we're going to try to Chalice on 1 or Chalice on 2 pretty quickly. We have the Season Pyromancer to dig. Looking okay. Opponent has a field here, an expedition map. Interesting. Interesting. Let's scry. Let's see what's on top. We'll bottom her. There you go, Spider. D20's got your back. I could Chalice on 1 here. If it's Eldrazi Tron, the Chalice on 1's really dumb. I almost want to play the Seasoned Pyromancer. I could play Maze Mind Tome. Let's give the Tome a chance here. Give the Tome a chance. I'm gonna go ahead and do the Scry still. Bottom Chalice. I do the Scry way before you should, because I love the F6 button. Alright, well, I guess I'll go ahead and play a Chandra. And I don't mind putting a Chalice behind this. I could also draw a random card. You know what? Let's draw a random card. That was kind of cool. Look at that. Look at that. I just drew a card with Chandra. It didn't go to exile. I drew it. It's mine. Haha. Urza's Power Plant. We're looking for Blood Moon. Looking for a sweet Blood Moon. Power Plant in play. Expedition map. So my opponent's going to have Tron. Wonder if I take a Scry here or if I draw. Probably want to take a Scry here. We know what we're looking for. Bottom her. Take a draw. Okay. Let's go up with Chandra. Looking for Blood Moon. Oh, we hit Karn. Shoot. So my opponent will have lots of mana, but I would have a Karn in play. I guess I'll do this. They have to activate Expedition Map. I wonder what I go get here. Do I just get a Spyglass with the idea that the Spyglass might be needed here? If I get a Liquid Metal, I can start killing the lands if it plays out. Let's go get Spyglass. I think it's a safer thing to go get. Especially with a Chandra so far up here. They can't play O-Stone, so it's got to be one of the Planeswalkers, and if they don't get the Planeswalker that they want into play quickly and kill, let's say, Karn, I think Karn plus Spyglass can shut off some lands here. I'm feeling like Karn Spyglass was the right play here. Too bad I don't have a Pithing Needle. I could name, like, Ugin in the blind. I'm afraid it's going to be like Ugin. We don't have anything? Just going to take the random draw. How do we not have anything? Okay, we're going to field something. Field's here. We're in the draw step. There's a little bit of a reason to do this for the Maze Mind Tome to draw another land here. They have blue. They have blue mana. Do I want to draw or do I need a lot more mana here? I think I'm going to want more mana. Yeah, they have a million potential counters. So, we have blue here. Can put Spyglass into play. Let's try that. Let's see what we're up against. This may not get a counter, but if it does, then I can use Karn here and maybe shut off the Urza's tower. I'm going to try to navigate this island that my opponent's gotten here. Wizards needs to delete blue. Yeah, they have Condescend is what I'm worried about. That's why I'm more interested in floating mana. We have a Condescend, a Remand. I guess I do Karn, Scion, and Verza. No. Karn liberated. I guess. I don't want to name Karn the Great Creator. That's what I have. No. So we're just going to name Ugin then. But we're going to name the small Ugin, right? The Ineffable. The little Ugin, right? Thanks for the follow. I mean, maybe they have the big Ugin. We think it's Spirit Dragon? Oh, whatever. I'm going to name Spirit Dragon. Whatever. We named it. All right. Let's go ahead and let's go get another card here. We have 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These 2 are not in hand. All right. Here, I'm going to go get Liquid Metal Coating. We're going to attempt to play Liquid Metal Coating here. We're going to do it off of a Chandra uptick here with the idea that now they'll play Condescend, which is fine here. Condescends for 5. Say no. All right. So they scribe both to the bottom here. We're going to go ahead and just pass with the hope that they don't hit here. I'll draw with Maze Mine, Emblem, and see if we can win with enough spells. I need them to not have a way to get rid of Chandra right here. Thirst for Knowledge. They're digging for an answer. Discards a Talisman, plays an island. I think we're in good shape here. Let's go ahead and activate Maze Mine. We draw. First thing I'll do is Chandra Emblem here. No reason not to. Let's go ahead and Void. So let me see. Top card. We can take that. 1, 2, 3. Cast. Shoot. We're just going to shoot him with everything. Shoot him with everything. We just need spell after spell after spell. Cast this for 0. Shoot. Season Pyromancer. Shoot. Pew, 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 pew. We're going to counter that. They remand it, so now I have a spell for next turn. I'm pretty safe to just do Spyglass here for a creature, attack for 2, and that makes Simian Spirit Guide almost lethal as well. Go ahead, opponent. You're at 3. They used a Remand. They've used this Condescend. They've played this into play. Did they just kill themselves? Probably not. I have this that can go get something. I have this. Repeals. Chalice on 0. So now they have to kill me here. I mean, in some ways they have. If they can combo somehow here, then they're good. But we have that spell. We have this spell. We have a spell off of Karn. We have lots of spells. We have lots of spells. Okay, so what is this matchup going to require? Probably nothing that I'm running again, and we'll just, like, accept that and just submit. Blue Tron's a little bit more awkward. Of the Tron variants, it's probably the one I like to run into the least amount. Yeah. Running into it is a bit of a pain. We don't have much here again. This is a control matchup. Where's Mr. Jangles? All right, we'll keep this. Where's Mr. Jangles? He didn't run into any control, and this is my 4th control opponent. 4th control opponent. Put that on top. Go ahead, opponent. If they play a blue source here, I'm going to try a Chalice on 1. If they don't play a blue source, we'll try to play Blood Moon. Oh, look. Blue source. Chalice on 1. Blood Moon's not as much of a rush here. Okay, Chalice is countered. I'm running triple Abrade. I'm good. I'm good. They say I'm good. I don't know why I'm good, but I'm good. Worm Coil Engine. Alright, let's go ahead and slap a Blood Moon down. Slapping the Blood Moon down, it'll make this Worm Coil a little bit ways out there. So, looking okay there. Seasoned Pyromancer is nice, but it's kind of awkward in this hand because I like Karn, I like Chandra. It may be one of the last things I play. Next turn's probably Karn, attempt to down tick, go get Liquid Metal Coating. Hoping Blood Moons put a wrench in their plan here if they had Natural Tron with the blue island. That's the hope. Extra island here. Swings for 2. I could also just play the Seasoned Pyromancer with the idea that Karn and Desperate Ritual aren't going to happen. I like the idea of maybe Karn working, though. Like, if it sticks, it's good. This could be an easy remand, though. It could be a Condescend. It could be a couple things. It could be a Ceremonious Rejection where it didn't matter what it was going to be. Okay. Another land here. We're going to have to beat a Worm Coil soon? Land drop, please. Thank you. Start with Ritual here. See if I can do Chandra. Chandra's good. Chandra uptick. Take a point of damage. Hope here is that I get them to not do that. Oh, we'll put this on top. It's the worst. Why do they have Aether Gust? Alright, maybe a Worm Coil. I'm planning to abrade the Worm Coil and then my Chandra can board wipe. It is everywhere. Alright, we can't play our Chandra immediately. That's fine, though. We're going to try to make Worm Coil tokens small enough. We're going to not wait until combat step on their turn because they might have a counter, and I don't want them to counter that. The card's already difficult for us to get rid of. Have to light all the blue cards on flames. They should never have made a non-counter counters. Land drop here, need it. Woo, we hit it. All right. If they have Aether Gust, they win. If they don't, I clear the board. Opponent's good at the game. All right. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Sideboard we go. Is there a change I want? I want all the Abrades. I want the Chalices. Blood Moons I want. Want it all. They had everything. They did have everything. Clearly, we just need to run into less control. Let's play first. This hand is mediocre. We have a Maze Mind Tome that would help us speed up against our opponent. Because we're in a bit of a testing mode and I'm not feeling very good against this matchup, and I also mentioned that Blood Moon's not needed to be ritualed out quickly, let's go ahead and keep this one and see if the Maze Mind Tome can actually get us there. This will be something of a practice. Where did the name Fluffy Wolf come from? I'm Fluffy and I'm a wolf. Can't you tell? Oh, that's right, it's not a full moon. Gets a little awkward. I don't understand why everyone thinks I'm a furry. I've been watching Trell on MTGO for the past 2 weeks straight, almost daily. He's been beaten it twice. Braid's kind of an interesting card. Let's keep that. I don't know how long furries have been a thing, but I'm pretty sure I've had my name. If they haven't been around for forever, then there's a chance that I have actually had my name. Oh, another braid. I don't want that. Oh no! I got distracted by your furry question thing, and now I don't have a Maze Mind Tome into play. That awkward moment where you get a Maze Mind Tome and don't even play it. I'm dehydrated? No, I'm trying to answer questions in chat and forgetting and hitting F6 because it's my favorite button. I will drink water though. Alright, I bet this is a remand. I bet it's a remand. A remand. Tome? Yeah, that misclick might cost me a lot of this game. I doubled down on your hydrate stuff. Already done. Alright, let's try it again. What's funny is I'm playing around Condescend. That's what I'm doing. Rejected? Oh, it's so bad when they have Ceremonious Rejection and Aether Gust against us. My opponent literally has really good cards against us. We're going to play this because this is going to get countered. I prefer both of my Planeswalkers in this matchup. If this doesn't get countered, get rid of a Bridge and a Seasoned Pyromancer. Okay. It's not a bad card. Thirst for Knowledge, they're going to look for that Tron land that they need. They got rid of an Expedition map, so I presume they have the tower. That's not a tower. That's an Expedition map. Cracks the Expedition map. Now they can play tower, and they have 4 mana available to their name. Pretty good. Pretty good. Condescend's looking like a very powerful card right now. Alright, let's test the waters with a Chandra. Least impactful card right now. Interesting, they let that stick. We'll try Blood Moon. This gets countered. Floats 3 mana because they have a repeal for Blood Moon. Nice. Cool. Alright, we have been repealed. My opponent has infinite mana here. 10 to be exact. If a land drop. That's an island. Now they have 11 mana. That's a lot of mana. Now they counter everything. I'm afraid of Mindslaver. We'll try to get Karn down next, but we'll see. We'll see. Treasure Mage. Mindslaver. Alright. They choose not to play it. 3, 4, 5. Let's see here. I can attempt a Blood Moon here. We can try to get Karn down here. I presume this is going to do some weird countering. This will use their blue mana up for me. Okay. This is an interesting situation I am in currently. They could repeal the Blood Moon. I could shoot the Mage. I could attempt to play Karn. For sure he has repeal. What about my Karn being played to stop Mindslaver? That's going to just get countered, right? I don't know if I have to jam Karn here. It's probably smart to go ahead and jam it. go to combat. Tarmo Twin, thank you for the follow. You think he's got it all? You think he's got it all? What does not going for it do? The next turn I can play it with enough mana to prevent a Condescend if they tap 1 mana. That would be why you wait. So here's the Condescend that I can't pay for. And so I don't have a good way to prevent the Mindslaver here. Scries go 1 bottom, 1 top. So we think they had 2 repeals and 0 Condescends, possibly. I think that Karn plays loose there. I think we just uptick for damage and we would be okay. I'm afraid of our Blood Moon disappearing here with a repeal. Or that card. So we have 3, 2, 4, 6, 9. On top or bottom? Suppose I'll try to put it on top here. That's the Academy runes. Mindslaver. 4 mana, and they get to control my turn. Alright, they got us. Oh, Aether Gust is just eating our lunch today. We're conceding there because they combo kill us there. They can take all of our turns and then we just die to whatever they want to play. Oh well. Alright, one more match here on this deck list. Not having a great night, but that's probably because no good game against Control. Yeah, the Aether Gust was pretty good. Bad matchups? Just need to be slightly tuned to Control if we're going to run into it all night long. They needed another land for the lock. I'm pretty confident they had it. They immediately snapped it off. I mean, that could just be confidence, but I'm pretty confident they were good. I mean, there's not much they would want to play out of my hand, but they could like down to kill my creatures and kind of take it to us. All right, let's see if we can redeem this leak though. Let's play first. We'll keep this, see if this Maze Mine can get us there. One thing I'm learning is that this deck has to win longer. It can't shorten the game by any means. True King, that makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. By the way, this is a good matchup. Well done. Smacking people around with Red Punisher. Perhaps something will play here on League number 2. Alright, opponent's got some mana here. I'm going to do the Scries right now. I know what I want. I want a Blood Moon. Oh, this is a good card. Let's put that on top. It's not a Blood Moon, but it could stop a Titan. What do we do to this deck to shore up against Control? Extra Chandra Awakened in the sideboard. 1 less Karn. Probably not the Seasoned Pyromancer package, but probably closer to a Eidolon Rabblemaster package. Alright, my opponent did all that and didn't do a whole lot afterwards. We're going to just slap down a bridge and pass turn. Amulets your main deck, though. Not saying it's a bad deck. I'm just saying that we got the goods against it. Alright, my opponent's going to do a whole bunch of things again. I'm going to Maze Mine Tome here. We're going to bottom that land. I do not need that land. F6, F6, F6. I'm going to have a Titan here on turn 3. That's pretty good. Summoner's Pact. If we top deck a Blood Moon, that'd be pretty sweet. We'll see if they go get double basics. They probably should. 2 forests here. Opponent should pick up 2 forests. It's going to be a rough night for opponent. Yeah, if they're running into everything we just ran into, this is going to be a real rough night. All the Force of Negations, Aether Gust, all that. There's the 2 forests. Well played. All right, so we don't have to rush to try to get something crazy going. We're going to Braid. Is a Braid worth it here? A Braid might be worth it. Go get a liquid metal coating here and start to threaten this possibility. I'll gladly take that too. Chalice on 0 is not a bad thing. I can rip a few things here. My opponent's going to have to pay through this. So the idea is liquid metal coating will hopefully keep them in check here. Ah, F-Palusa. No A at the end. Radiant Fountain. Alright, so starting off, let's go ahead and Chalice on 0. Let's take a look at the top of the library. We gain some life, all that good stuff. We can probably bottom this. Let's go ahead and attempt to play Chandra here. We're going to go up tick here, liquid metal coating. Let's go ahead and shut off bouncy land. Let's kill bouncy land. Let's pass turn. Next turn is going to be a down tick and a Braid the Primeval Titan. Continue to remove lands and maybe get a Seasoned Pyromancer if we have tons of mana left. Should be close to a win, you're correct. I could get a second bridge if I feel like it's necessary here. We'll see. 4 mana. Their own Karn, Great Creator. Well, this is intriguing. Gets a Sky Sovereign's Council flagship. Untaps Field of the Dead. Alright, let me double check this. Whenever this enters or attacks, it deals 3 damage. Can't activate liquid metal coating. My sideboard, I could just go grab a Torp Orb. I kind of want to hold on to this Braid now for whatever artifact, second artifact I could go get. Let's go get a Torp Orb. Torp Orb's pretty brutal against my opponent. I feel okay to uptick Chandra and try to Emblem. Oh, it's Blood Moon. I want to play Blood Moon. I want to play Blood Moon, but I can't cast. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. Oh, the Blood Moon would have been nice. All right, whatever. They're going to make my bridge a creature here. This can't be good. Dismember. Okay, they play the ship. That doesn't interact like I thought it did. Well, that's really awkward. The power of reading cards. Enters the battlefield or attacks. Double check this. Creatures. Alright, so it's not a creature. It was an artifact. Whatever. This is fine. It's not a creature. why not +1 Chandra first? I mean, if I +1 Chandra first, then I'd have a Blood Moon in play and not the Torp Orb. I'm not gonna worry about the clear mistake that I made. I'm gonna try to win from here. I know the Chandra revealed the Blood Moon. I wonder how much more damage this can do. So I've got a mistake that I've obviously done here. Now we're getting beaten because of it. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think. All right, we're gonna use this card. We're gonna go get Spyglass here. Gonna play Spyglass. We're gonna Ritual out. This will also tell me what they have going on. Alright, so I need to beat another Primeval Titan. Karn, the Great Creator. We're gonna try to naturally draw my other bridge. And hope for the best. If you're gonna +1 Chandra on your turn, you should do it first in case she reveals a better option. Because the thought, okay, so the thought is that we take Chandra, down tick on Primeval Titan, fire off our Braid. We second guessed ourselves. We ended up upticking instead and revealing Blood Moon. At this point, we should have down ticked because we were misplaying Torp Orb. So many mistakes were made. I don't have an answer for you because it was just a series of mistakes. That's what it was. The Spyglass before instead of Torp Orb would be nuts. Alright, the only thing we can draw here is a bridge, and that's our out at this point. Oh my gosh. I just want to see if I get my bridge. There's so many zombies coming into play. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So we really goofed up there. We know that a lot of things do ETB, and we just didn't read the rest of the Sovereign card. So let's see what we can do here for this one. We can bring one Torp Orb in. I really just don't have much that I side in and out for these matchups. I really don't. All right, one Torp Orb in. We're going to try to get a fast Blood Moon. My opponent will have their sideboard cards for this. It'll be interesting to see what they play, whether it's the the Vigor card or if it's going to be an ETB card. It's usually Vigor at this point in the meta. They're not usually trying to ETB the creature. Isn't Relic okay versus matchup? No. Why would Relic be good against this matchup? We'll keep this hand. It's got Blood Moon. I'd love to be able to play Chandra first, then Blood Moon. I wonder if I can wait and be greedy like that. We can probably be greedy against this opponent and do that. Stops the run in 6. I was, I guess, unaware that Amulet was running run in 6 nowadays. And I'm not worried about Euro. More Blood Moon deck, I wouldn't worry about Euro. Alright, I'm going to be less greedy, or more greedy and try to Chandra on turn 2. Blood Moon on turn 3. My opponent doesn't really play fetch lands, so I think we've got some time to do this. And the Braid's a nice pickup. A Braid's not a bad pickup here. Ren is not the big deal. Karn and the lands are. Yes. You like some turn 2 Chandra, but love some turn 1 Mewtwo? Alright, Blood Moon's in play. My opponent does have the Forest. We're going to hold this Blood Moon for forever. Because I don't want to get it forced out of my... forced out of the world here. There's a Zusa. Definitely something I wouldn't mind killing here. Land drop? No land drop. Let's go up to see if I hit another Abrade. I don't. Let's go ahead and Abrade this out of the way. Pass turn. This way I keep Chandra. I'm trying to keep Chandra so that maybe if I hit a land drop, I can Emblem and try to win the game in a couple turns. There's Dryad. That's a worthwhile card to kill. Land drop here would be so nice. We missed the land drop. Playing second Blood Moon does quite a bit here. Just killing this Dryad does quite a bit. Do I win if I Emblem here? 4 turns out from killing them. They get to play Titan right now. Let's go ahead and Emblem, and I'm actually going to go ahead and Chalice on 0, and I'm going to shoot the Dryad. Puts me a turn back, but it kind of does both things here. Yeah, we'll do that. That felt reasonable. Next card I would play is Bridge, then Chandra, then Blood Moon. Blood Moon's going to be safe for if they have a second Dryad here. Opponent cycles a Triome. Keeping him off that second green is probably the key here in this game. Land drop? No, why would we get a land drop? Please fix the exile zone, please. I agree. This exile zone just is awful now. Alright, so we need to find our ritual spells or more chalices at this point. That is the only way we win this game now. Karn's pretty good. Karn's pretty good. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and play till my heart's content here because it's a good chance we'll be able to do all that. They're at 16, so... yeah, he's going to lock down my lands. We're basically going to have to F6 until we can do something about it. So I'm going to hold the land here. I'm going to keep our 3 spells up here. I've used 1 Ritual and 1 Simian Spirit Guide, so we have 3 Simian Spirit Guides and a Ritual in the deck. Going to need those before another Forest. Like I said, we could hit a few Chalices as well. We'll go ahead and play the land in case I get a top deck of Braid or something. Why do I keep the lands? Because my opponent's going to keep me off of a land, and holding a land for a while might be important. Also, it appears my opponent's decided that they can do this to me. This is interesting. This is very interesting. I could top deck a land and kill Karn. That's fair. That's fair. We weren't thinking we would draw the lands because the deck is a little bit land light. We'll do it this way instead. We'll do it this way. We're a turn behind what we said here. I got really punished. And then we think that we want a Simian Spirit Guide ritual spell as well. Alright, let's get rid of Karn. So we talked about Simian rituals and stuff as our outs. So I don't want to like expose all my lands and then get that combination of things. We'll see if they have another Karn here, because if they do, then I get to play another Karn behind the Blood Moon. So this is semi-paying off. If they do the uptick sort of thing here, though, then the Karn's out of range. So we'll have to hit another third spell. I got a pair of Abrades. I've got ritual effects now. They decide to go up here, and they're going to play probably this Karn. And now we're in this weird spot again. Plays a Vesuva. I don't know how many Karns I can get through. Alright, we'll fire at Karn again. So everyone's telling me if I played a land, I'd be good because we're flooding out. Flooding out. Kills another land here. played a land, I think. We'll play the land out and see if it pays off. If we miss lands now, we're in trouble. I have a bunch of fort spells. Might have to go into that whole holding and stuff, though the Worm Coil Engine's a bit of a problem. Could always hit an Abrade, so I guess we'll continue to play like this. We're flooding out hard. It's kind of weird. Worm Coil is going to be a ways away from attacking us, is the hope. Alright, well we drew a Simian Spirit Guide. It's poetry that we're losing to the Karn lock. Alright, I need to draw running rituals and lands here. There's an Abrade. Destroy this. Shoot Karn. Okay. Okay, next. You got another Karn. Okay, it's Azusa. Azusa could kill us. We need some lands now, but we just ran through a stack of lands. Now we're gonna hit no lands. Now I need to flood, but we're not gonna flood. Yeah, most of our lands are in the graveyard now. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 14 lands remaining in the deck. If I can get to 4, we'll be good. Gotta somehow get to 4. Let's hold the Chalice for 1 turn here. I could play Chalice on 0 and kill the Azusa. I'd rather kill a Dryad if that shows up. The Worm's coming soon-ish. Soon-ish. Let's not worry about the Worm yet. Land drop. We hit our land, go. I'm gonna hold the Chalice as long as I can. It does enable it on the same turn, you are correct. And maybe they get greedy somehow. I should go face? We'll be going face. Not worried about this Azusa yet. This is why we're saving this card for potentially going face. Land? Looking good. Need one more. Need one more. Nice redraw. Oh, this has been... I'm not gonna even comment. My opponent's thinking, and that's a problem. Force of Vigor here ruins us. Not being able to double shoot Wormcoil or start going to face fast enough is a problem. Alright, the pass back. We're lucky. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Guaranteed to have enough green cards for Force of Vigor. Hasn't done it yet. We're at 10. Opponent's at 22. Land drop one more time. There we go. Play Karn here. Let's begin shooting their face. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna go get our own liquid metal coating. I'm safe to do this, I believe. I could get a walking ballista too. Liquid metal coating. Gonna shut off this forest. Chandra, liquid metal coating, chalice. We could even go get walking ballista and end this game. So we're not gonna shoot the forest with the liquid metal coating, but we are gonna cast everything if they don't kill us here. Goes after Karn. Lethal does feel good considering where we were this game. Considering where we were this game. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Chandra. Shoot. Up for 2. Liquid metal. Shoot. Walking ballista. Chalice trigger. Counter. Trigger. Shoot. Can we not mess up this future game? Can we not mess up? This is a favorable matchup. That's why you don't scoop. That's true. That's true. Probably should have just scooped in embarrassment, but we stayed level-headed and we continued on marching. We could bring in Anger the Gods. I don't think that's where we want to be. Blood Moon, Season Pyromancer to dig. We're doing the bridge. We're trying to avoid Karn. Let's try to do those things. Look at all these 4-drops. We're very familiar with these. Let's mulligan this hand. Giglio, hey, thank you. 42 viewers. Jamming in the gigs. What is this? Vandamental? Let's mulligan this hand. Looking for Blood Moon. This isn't good. Mulligan. This is mediocre. Alright, I'm going to keep. I'm going to ditch Chandra here. I'm going to ditch a Chalice. We might put Chalice in 1 or 2. We have the Abrade, and I have the... hopefully we'll be able to get things done. Alright, we'll see if I can get a Chalice on 1. What is that? Oh, that's the Glory Bringer. It's the Glory Bringer. Alright, Simic Growth Chamber on 2 here. Starting to feel like I should Chalice on 0 instead of 1. Let's do that. And pass turn. Then I'll maybe Season Pyromancer ditching 2 to go get Karn. Mana? Maybe? 3 mana here. What do we got? Dryad, we got Azusa. What do we got? What do we got? Dryad's annoying. One, two, three, 4. We hit the land drop here. I'm gonna risk it and play Season Pyromancer to get a couple blockers here. Blood Moon was a nice one to wheel into. Okay. Might play Blood Moon. This also gives us blockers against Dryad. Tularia West into play tapped. 4 mana. Karn. Okay, now our Karn looks like it's more interesting than this. Boil them? Yes. Oh, what is this matchup? Takes my Chalice away. Rude. If I hit a land drop, I might Blood Moon. I don't hit a land drop. I could try to attack this Karn. You ended up 4-1? Nice, D20. Let's go ahead and just throw in. Make them think I have this Abrade because I pitched one. Make them second guess this. I second guessed it for a second. So liquid metal coating is going to be a problem here. I could play Karn and uptick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, we're going to play Blood Moon here in the hopes that my next card is exactly a land. I'll have the elemental to block, I can play the Karn, and I can shut off their liquid metal coating that they're going to go get. That's the idea. We're keeping them off of all their colors here. And because the Blood Moon came down after the Dryad, all of them are mountains currently. This is going and getting a sweet little liquid metal coating. Liquid metal coating will be played, and they'll be able to shut down one land here. I would attack for 2. Well, blocks, good. All right, they stop 1. We hit our land drop, which is what we wanted. So we play our land. We do this. We Karn. And at this point, I could get a Spyglass here to shut off both of our Karns. What is the best thing here for me to get? I could also go get a Worm Coil. If I go down, they're going to attack with both of these. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I go get this Worm Coil. And if I fail, I go down Spyglass and Spyglass their Karn. And I have an upcoming Worm Coil. Let's go get the Worm Coil. It's time to bring the Macho Worm. Okay. Pair of 2/2s here. Two X's. They go down to get that Sovereign Skyship. I believe that was 6 mana, so this Karn should be in okay shape. I'm going to get something. Don't be 5 mana. I thought it was 6. Sovereign Skyship is 5. It's 5. Ooh, I dodged. It's 5 mana. Well, I'm lucky that they didn't play a land here yet. Oh, we're so lucky. Oh, I love all of it. Is there any reason to go get anything? I don't believe so. I think we're just going up here. Up, play Worm Coil pass turn. How does interaction with Dryad and Blood Moon? Shouldn't they all be every color now? Dryad came down, then Blood Moon. Then if they played another Dryad, yes. And then we played another Blood Moon, no. And as they remove. What are we doing here, liquid metal coating? What are we doing here, liquid metal coating? Oh, we're just a blocker. We're just in the way. That's the like easiest and best way I can explain it. Chalice. I guess I'll attack with Worm Coil here. Leave behind the blocker, and I have the Seasoned Pyromancer. We'll just go up with this Karn. I want to get rid of their Karn. That opens the game up widely for us. And that's why I'm not playing this extra Blood Moon, because I currently have everything locked down. There's no reason for me to play this. And its Force of Vigor would hit two things. This Chalice, I'm tempted to put on 0, but as long as Karn's here, it doesn't make sense either. So we'll probably hold everything. This felt like a safe attack. Super safe. If my opponent does have a Force of Vigor and attempting to save Karn here, I could follow with Blood Moon if they kill my Blood Moon. Little chump block there. We're just going to go up. No problems. Pass turn. Not going to expose anything. End step, Seasoned Pyromancer. This should be able to kill the Karn with Worm Coils and all the goods. All the goods. They do attack here, so I'm going to just go ahead and block. Because I don't want them to then play land in this. It's not in my book of wants here. Seasoned Pyromancer coming down. Let's go to combat. I'm just going to attack with the 1. I still want to protect my own Karn here. Go ahead and Chalice now on 0. Gonna uptick here because we learned our lesson with Sovereign and pass turn. Didn't get tilted. Focus. Sovereign, not a creature. Torp Orb's dumb. We can wait. Karn at 6. Making things work. Now, Primeval Titan's ditched here. We can play a land. We're going to go down here. We're going to go get a Liquid Metal Coating. We're going to play that out. And my opponent's upkeep, we're going to be upsetting them. Attack just with the 1. No need to attack with any of the elementals. We need to keep Karn around. Upkeep stop. Stops the green-blue mana. And we don't need this stop anymore because we're going to decimate lands as we go. Game should be here. Locked out. Can we get a lock in the chat? Are we locked out? Do you think we're locked out? I think we got it. Little 2-3 here. Playing the Karntrol. Pyro Prison variant with Mr. Jangle's list here in Modern. 4 control matches plus an Amulet opponent. Amulet was favored. We completely botched half of that league's match there. But on the whole, we did okay. We beat Blue-White Stoneforge. We lost to Blue-White Stoneforge. We lost to Tron. We lost to that weird Jeskai list. List is decent in an overall mid-range meta of something a little more fair, a little more maybe combo-esque and something like that, because you're going to stop them with hopefully Blood Moon and Chalice. Chandra Awakened Inferno is that great finisher. We need like an extra one of those if we want to be killing all of these control opponents, so I would add one. Meta's tons of control. Karn out, 1. Put 1 extra Chandra Awakened Inferno in. Just be super planeswalkers, basically, if you don't want to be the little creatures. That being said, we saw a set of Batter Skulls, and we saw the combo Saheeli Cat. So our Rabble Masters really wouldn't have done anything, quite honestly. Maybe a creatureless version is where we should be going. Maybe. There you go. Those are the changes, though, I would make. Add a Chandra, ditch 1 Karn. You don't need as many bridges. You don't need as many Karn interactions. If you like Karn that much, ditch the Chandra Torch of Defiance, add the Chandra Awakened Inferno. Strictly in a heavy control meta. Power Prison, Karn Control.